Finally streaming again. About darn time. Been hard not having a computer. Hello, hello. Is there somebody out there? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hello, hello. Testing, testing, testing. So there's a couple people in here. Come on. Somebody's got to say something. Let me know it's working. Then you can just listen to me if you want. Up, down to one. I have a bunch of coins to show, but gotta say something. I know it's been a long time. Come on, you can do it. I've got faith in you. You don't even have to put your robe on. Just don't come up on screen and we're fine. Used to have so many people that would come in late in the early morning. But I think it's been like 4 months since I've streamed. Too long. Hello, hello. It's going to be a boring video if nobody talks. Come on. Okay. Let's see what this is. Boy, there's quite a delay. Some nice bell lines. Hey, David. Thank you. I appreciate it. Finally got my computer set up enough to start to stream. Still having some issues with overheating. But got one of the hottest known CPUs out there, so I knew I was going to have some issues. We'll see how bad my fans get when it starts to crank up a little bit. I had 4 people a minute ago, but I guess oops, nobody was here. Huh. I wonder what that was. Oh, my keyboard. Gonna need that. So I have a really nice mic, but my computer's so loud right now, I was afraid to use it. It's been so long, I'm all out of all my normal coins that I have ready to show and stuff are all tucked, well, not tucked away, but out of reach. I get my act together again, and at least I got my lights set up and camera set up right. And it's so frustrating to go without a computer. I have a cell phone, Apple, but I can't hardly see the text anymore. So trying to chat and stuff with it was impossible. Had my little magnifying glass, and trying to chat at the same time was tough. So I just gave up. You want to come up? I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, you know, the little meter that tells me how many people are here went to 0. So I thought you left, but I know it has issues. So were you not able to chat or post a comment? I forget about the delay. There's quite a delay right now. I understand. So how many monitors do you have, David? I know you must have at least a half a dozen to watch all the channels that you're lurking on. Must have some laptop with like 64 megs of RAM, right? You have 30 windows open or tabs. Ooh. Okay, let's see how bad it gets with my fans. I can't control them real well right yet. But you sure are able to lurk on a bunch of pages. You do pretty good then. Hey, can you hear my fans running? You can build a computer for a couple $100 these days. There's some pretty amazing options right now. And if you have a couple old parts, like an old video card, you can get away with about 200, about 250, and be a nice streamer. So I was shocked how cheap it was for me. I think I spent $1,500, but I went really high end with the parts and had my own video card. Oh, excellent. Oh, that makes me so happy. So now I can just let it run. Yeah, I got I've got a 16 core coming, but I put an 8 core in, and it's known for being super hot. I thought I could control it, but no, it's a beast. But super fast. It's like $350. Um, I think I got it for about 275. I did really good. Had some great sales. Well, you're welcome to come up if you want, if you can. Probably only go streaming when you're on your iPad, I bet. 7 Plus. I had this 5. Right now I have the 8. I really like the camera on the 5, but the battery got so short on it. Done a great time building my computer. I let my 3 and 5 year olds grandsons build it. They were so excited. My youngest kept dropping parts. He was so excited. Yeah, I can't believe they're already to 13. I helped my mom get a 10, and that wasn't that long ago. But yeah, they're pretty incredible on the high end. I mean, the sad thing is, if you knew how much they pay to have them built, it'd kill you paying that much for it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I think it costs them probably about $70. Just a little bit of a markup. Hmm. It's taking me a minute to figure this stuff out again. Yeah, they're so touchy. And the sad thing is there's people out there capable of fixing them, and some of them do it pretty reasonably. But Apple has such a fit with people being, allowed to fix them. So they're very tough on who they allow. Hey, free is good. And you could build a used computer for pretty good. Couple $100 you could put one together, especially if you had a case and stuff that you can build in. Save it like $30, $40 right there. It is so easy to build them these days. Like I said, my little grandsons put them together, a 3 and 5 year old. They did everything but the CPU. Took me a couple hours, but it was worth it. I think we did it for 3 hours total. The neat thing is the new AMD options. Intel, when you buy a CPU from them, you only have a couple motherboards that you can use. But when you use the AMD processor, you could buy the cheapest processor and put it in the most expensive motherboard, and vice versa. Plus, the 3, 4, and 5,000 series that they've built for the last 2 years, they fit in all the same motherboards. So you don't have to be so picky and wait for a good sale and pick up some cheap parts. I had forgotten they were so universal. Uh-oh. Down to one user or one viewer. And the neat thing about the computers these days too is you can buy a bunch of used fans and that kind of thing, and if the fan stops, it warns you. If it's not working the way it should be, it lets you know. Yeah. Oh, bumped back up. Oh wow. Now we're up to 4. Holy cow. I really missed chatting with everybody. Boy, I got a lot of work done, but the work that needed to be done on a computer, my video editing. So that was frustrating, but I sure got a lot of other things done. Up and down, up and down. Deuce of Pain. I don't remember you. I haven't been streaming for a while, so you might have caught one of my coin videos. I'm a gamer and a computer builder, but haven't done that for a while, with the exception of the computer I just built. And I have a pretty broad stuff I talk about, and I've got tons of antique things, most of them family items that go back to the beginning of 1800, and have tons of photography stuff. Part of the Eastman family, so Kodak and Eastman were partners at one time, and that was part of my family. I have tons of stuff because of it. I like the font. Okay, I guess I'll. Oh, looks like it's just the two of us again. I didn't even pull out some more coins, but you want to see something, David? Let me know. I bought a couple nice coins from Michael Kittle, but I ended up having to sell one. It broke my heart. Only had 777 minted. It's a 1903 Barber dime proof. I think it was a proof 64 or 65, I forget now, and it had beautiful toning. A little unfortunate, but don't want to turn my silver over right now with everything that's going on. So I always go to my last purchases. And I have a real gorgeous PCGS doily holder. That holder they only did for a couple months back in 89, 87, I forget now. They only did it for 2 months. And I have the Carson City Dimple. It's pretty cool. I think it's MS65 Dimple. Pretty cool coin. But that one I kind of hawked for a little while just so I could build the computer. Well, I know being at 2 o'clock in the morning that I wasn't going to see a whole bunch of people because normally a lot of the people are East Coasters. So, and one of my guys that were always here was Stern, and really sad to hear he passed. Caught me off guard. Yeah, hour, tons of hours, and he was always here on my stream, so there's tons of video with him. So nobody told me. I had talked to a few people, but I guess they all thought I was aware. So me and him were doing deals on the side. He was getting a bunch of gemstones and stuff and minerals for my grandkids. One of my granddaughters collects minerals. So he had been purchasing a bunch for me. Sadly, we weren't able to complete the deal, but I'm glad he got to go pick him up and shop for him because he had a good time going to some of the shows to pick him up. So do you know any of the details, David? Like, was he driving? I never really heard anything other than car accident. Oh boy. Can't believe I'm finally streaming again. Yay! So let me see if I can switch this up a little bit here. Since you're watching, I might as well show you something you actually want to see, huh? Other than a 53 with full steps ain't bad. I forget what, oh, it's a D. But it definitely has full bands. Not bad. I think this one's worth quite a bit of money, actually. I forget now. So, and I've been doing good with this one. Adjust my camera a little bit. Oops, wrong one. It's gonna take me a while to get used to all my things I need to do to set this up properly. That's not gonna work. There go. So these are all my woodies. Oh yeah, I can put them up at an angle. There we go. This whole book is nothing but woodies. The years are wrong, but Daddy Silverbugs, hello. Spectacular, hello. Didn't see you come in. We're at Driscoll. Well, I'm not paying attention. Sorry, guys. First stream in a long time. I've done pretty good. This book is, let's see here. It's got only a couple spots left for coins. It's all woodies. Some real nice ones. Love woodies. Especially the real lacy ones. Like that one in the 1918 slot. I like those ones a lot. Even an Indian head, but it doesn't show up as good as it does in hand. This is the Library of Coins album. Some of them don't show up as good. But fun stuff. Most of those come out of a suitcase of rolls that I purchased from one collector, who unfortunately got ripped off. But I paid the dealer for them. This is the same set that I got all my 1932 and up for the wheat pennies in uncirculated. It's pretty cool. I didn't even know those were part of it. The best ones are on top. Thanks for coming in, guys. Oops, as everybody leaves. Hey, I know I'm not set up for doing the coins too well right now. Let's see. I don't know what that dot is. I think it's on the camera. I forget how to get rid of it. This one's neat because the sun is turning red and the outer rim is turning yellow like a sunset. It's a little bit darker than we, oh, there you go. You can see it a little bit better there. Thanks, David. Get my, change the angle here on my light a little bit. Turn it down a little bit more. That light's so awesome. I can turn it down to 1 to 100 for power. It's so cool. Here's a suspicious coin. Looks cool though. I love the colors. I went the wrong way with that light. Yeah, that's better. Come on, camera, focus. I think we'll get some shine off that. There we go. Neat coin. I don't think it's a true toner. I'm a sucker for tone coin. Doesn't matter if they're spotchy or I like them all. These will get better. $34. That's a pretty nice one. Just doesn't have the big luster. A bit of chest feathers there. Not a full set. This is the 40 ones are the ones I had the most of. I had an original roll. There's some chest feathers. See, that kind of toning I just love. I think this coin got wiped a long time ago. But I'm ashamed because it's a super high grade. Not a full strike. A lot of these just didn't get the full strike. Number 42. I used to have this set up so my light was just perfect. Now I gotta play some games and get it back to where I need it to be again. There's some chest feathers. That looks like a almost full, just a little bit light on the wing and that lower leg. Sometimes the lower legs just didn't get it. Again, not a full strike. 45. Are these showing up okay, guys? So I'm one of those guys that even if the coin is all black and splotchy, I grab it, especially proof coins. I just love the really dark, splotchy look. Don't know why. There's a couple chest feathers. So let me know if you guys want to look at something else. Barbers, I haven't been able to find my barbers. I have a bunch of them. In my older videos, you can see I have actually 2 full sets of them with just a couple of the key dates missing. One of them was in one of those single fold books. That was a heavy book. 34. That's a nice one. I wish I had more 30s. Chest feathers are missing on most of it. Really stinks when you have a high grade one and they didn't get the full strikes of the important part. The chest feathers are missing. 36. This one's really pretty. It's got a rosy look to it. Pretty clean fields. There's a little bit there, but not much. I see a little tiny bit of a bump styled scratch from his beak, but not enough to keep it from getting graded. So, Daddy Silverbucks, I may have chatted with you before, but my memory's not the best. What is it you collect? Do you have a preference? If you check some of my older videos, I've got some pretty neat videos out there, but they're a couple of years old and older. And I got one that shows 50 pounds of silver, and it's mostly Morgans and older Barbers and Walkers. 1940. See, I like that kind of toning. That one's really rosy too. Here's a shiner. 43. Oh. There's some full chest feathers. The wing's full too. Looks like a lower leg. Mostly got a few feathers close to the edge, but not complete. Not like the chest. That one's really nice. Okay, let me know what you guys want to see next. No suggestions? Uh-oh, down to 2 again. Seeded dollars. I have a couple, but I don't have them where I can get to them. In fact, my granddaughter might have those. My seeded coins, I've got a few, but I haven't done this for a while, so I'm not exactly sure where I've got them. But the ones in airtights, I have Morgans and Peace dollars and a bunch of Mercury dimes. A few Buffalo nickels. Got some Franklins. Not a whole bunch of Kennedys. My Kennedys are not in airtights. A bunch of neat currency, but it's nothing special. Oh, a scraggly Black Eagle and a couple large notes, but not in the best of condition. And a lot of silver certificates. And a whole bunch of star notes, silver certificate ones. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Roy. I spell similar to you, or type the same way as you do. Oh, there's a nice one. Nice fields. That one's got some really nice fields. I think that's a dive right from the beak. A little bit of issues on the leg. Cool. What'd you get? My typeset album has the first the 66. And I forget what the other first year type is, but I've got the first year types in pretty good condition. But those are tough to find. Me too, David. I made so many mistakes when I tried chatting with people on my cell phone. I just stopped. I was afraid I was going to offend somebody. Here, give me just a minute to put these away. It was like 25 walkers. To keep them in the airtight boxes. Okay. 1872 with motto. Very nice. Yeah, they get pretty expensive. I had a real nice one, but a buddy of mine offered me too much money for it. So it's gone. Nice coin though. Let's see here. I had, let's see, I think I have a bag of my loose coins here. Let me look. Makes it hard because I have quite a bit. I wonder if they're right here. Bunch of my foreign. Oh, here's some older. Let's see what I got here. I like these ones. Oops. Pretty cool. 90%. I just love these eagles. They have some of the neatest eagles in reading. Yeah, that's a good place to put it, Roy. I have a couple really nice typesets that one of them is a first year typeset. I think I have 83 first year type coins and in better condition. Almost all of them are extra finer better and a lot are MS, so it took me a long time to put that one together. A lot of these are the same. Oh, this one's kind of neat. Don't care for this part of it, but I don't know. So the back's pretty cool. I like that. Nice coin. I get to focus. And it's no cent. Well, this one's kind of cool. Kind of nasty little mark, but nice year. Couldn't pass it up for the price that I got it for. These normally go for an awful lot. It's got pretty good detail. 1803. Just wish I had the rest of that set. Oh, here we go. So a couple of my older coins. It's a 1803. Kind of hard to see the date. Oh, sorry, 1805. This is a large 5-stem, half cent. Pretty cool. Like the old ones. A little bit cleaned, but $18.09, half cent. Pretty good details. I don't know what happened to all my. That's some real high-end Barbu Dungeon stuff. There's another oldie. Not in, well, it's dented as you can see, but it's a nice day. If you can see it. There you go, 1806. It's got quite a bit of detail. Unfortunately, still looks good in an album though, with that much detail. There's a problem coin. I like to show it anyway. In the ground. Pretty good condition for being in the ground though. Been offered quite a bit for it, but I can't sell it. Found that one with my daughters. Another issue coin, problem coin. Lots of detail on that one. Quite a bit of writing on that banner. Huh. I do not know what happened. Oh, I know what I can show. I got some pretty neat ones I forgot about. They're not even in reach. Oops, the cases on these are kind of messed up on a couple cases. Senator Roosevelt. So unfortunately, I can't show you the edge, but double edge lettering and inverted. So that's cool. 2 errors in that one. There's another one. I showed you that one. And another one. This one's double lettered edge overlapped. So a different double error. Not the best of condition, but pretty cool. Those are hard to find. You don't see too many of these. And properly annealed planchet. A black beauty. And it's really a lot nicer in hand. Oh, there we go. It's got a proof-like look to it. And I like these. Struck through late staged cacti. I'm sure I messed up. I showed these to my grandkids and they're like, why are those in holders? They're very bad condition. Yeah. they're supposed to be. Hard to show my camera. There you go. Can't focus on much because it's so messed up. Not the backside though. Come on, camera. Actually, have a couple of those. Late stage. Cat died. This one's really gone. Can't see Lincoln except for the top of his head. I like those. Okay, tell me if you can figure out what this one is. Come on, camera. And let me put a little more light on it. Still don't want to do it. No, that's not helpful. Oh, there you go. Look at all the laminations on that coin. Here, let me do, there you go. Oh, you can see it. Look at all those laminations. The coin is messed up in a good way. None of it shows in the back, though. Okay, one more error. Oh, Brendan. Struck on a 10-cent stock. Only 4 grams for that quarter. Isn't that cool? Can't hardly tell, though. Because it's just thin and light. Well, and you can see the letters will go right to the edge. I hadn't seen any of these before. Struck on 10-cent stock. I'm shocked that it was able to do as much of the coin as it did. That's really cool. Okay, David, did you have a preference? What would you like to see, my friend? Guess I can show my silver dollars. See what I have here. All right, guys, that's what I got here. Be nice. New Orleans. Oops, let me fix my light again. $18.88. The gold outer rim. I like that. More than likely, it was a coin that was in an album. Some die cracks on the edges. So whenever I see any type of toning, I don't care. I just like that. All types of toning. It's just others. Come on, camera. A little bit flat. Oh, my camera's messing up here. Got really good detail. I'm going to play with my light a little bit. $18.97. Now it's been cleaned. Pretty sad. I don't know why people clean. Well, yes, I do. So, in the old days, from the oldest book I have is like 1880s, and it's a coin club book or magazine, and they all tell you to clean your coins. I mean, even the experts were telling you to clean them. Unfortunately, that's why it's hard to come across some of the really good coins for the rarer types and stuff that aren't cleaned. Brandon, let's see. I like nickel rolls. The thing I collect are pennies first, which I have like almost over 1,000 pounds of, like 700 pounds of bank rolls from like 1980 and back. And nickels is my next thing. I have over 100 pounds of nickel rolls that are all bank rolls, starting in the 40s. This one's really neat in hand. It's just really colorful. Probably our old cleaning though. Yeah, if you can tell them to email me. My email is richcali21@aol.com. It's just my name here. Just a second. If I can. There you go. I'm always interested in bank rolls. Doesn't matter what they are. Even the modern ones I'll pick up. I've been picking them up since the early 60s. So I have some really neat ones. And the neat thing is a lot of people tell me, well, that's not an original roll. It's like, oh, I can guarantee it's an original roll. Because I'm the one that got it at the bank back then. Oh, I really like this one. This one's got some really unique colors. It's kind of frosting. A hazy coin. And normally the hazy ones aren't that, good for the coin's condition, but it's pretty cool. And it's only that one side. Nice thick haze. Some of them I call milk coins. That one's not quite a milk coin. It'd have to be a little more white. So, yeah, just tell him to email me with the price and if he's been in the roll or not. The marks on the cheeks are called bag marks. This one has a little bit, but not too bad. This one's pretty clean. But the bag marks are from the coins coming out of the press and dropping into the big canvas bags that they kept like thousands of coins in. And that's how they would come out of the, I think it's called a hopper. And it would drop into these big canvas bags. And so it's the edges of the coins that are bashing into the cheeks, landing on the flattest point and the highest point of the coin, and would cause all those marks. And they allow the bag marks to a point. But you can see this one. Get a little bit further back here. Focus. Here we go. The fields of this one's super plain. But yeah, they allowed, even on the half dollars, they allow a little bit more than normal. And if you look under right about the middle of the right wing, or his left wing, right to us, you see a clash mark there right next to the wreath. It's kind of a little point. And that's from a clash. And I have lots of clash coins. I have a Barber dime that's probably a 65 or a 66 grade, and it's just covered in clashes. This one's pretty flat. Yeah, there's a few people that saw the bankrolls and stuff, but they never really showed their own collections. So I show like 600 pounds of them in one video, all my bankrolls. But then I started putting them into the holders, not the round tubes, but the square tubes, to preserve them. Because after 50 plus years, they start to tone. And copper loses all its value if it tones because of the paper wrapper. If it's a natural tone, like on proof pennies, those ones you get really good money for. But they're really hard on toned pennies because most of it isn't natural. Most of it is from paper or the albums that they were kept in. So it's not what they consider a natural toning. And I don't know the Blaine channel. You'll have to send me an email with his channel. So my coin collection right now is about 1,800 pounds. It was more. I was getting really close to 2,000 pounds, but my grandkids came over and took a whole bunch from me, which is fine. I'm glad they have the interest. So I started adding a bunch of older quarter rolls, and that actually, they weigh pretty good, so it started adding up. Jay Who, hello. If you check out any of my streams, this is the time. I'm a night owl. I don't sleep too many hours, so I'm always awake. This is my first stream, well, second stream, first stream showing coins in like 4 or 5 months. My computer went down on me, and so I'm just now getting back up and streaming again. Actually, a nice coin. Too bad the chest feathers are nearly missing. So if you watch my 50 pounds of silver video, it's a couple years old, but it shows a table that I built. I was a woodworker, and I built a almost 13-foot table, and it completely fills the table with 50 pounds of silver, and it's barbers and walkers and a bunch of quarters and dimes. Oh, well, wait, I don't think I did any dimes in that one. I have a lot of dimes, but it's 50 pounds of silver, and it's a pretty cool video. And it has 330 something peace dollars and Morgans. Guys, just stop focusing for me. Come on. So that's a pretty cool video to check out if you haven't seen my collection before. And then I have a couple of them that show over 500 pounds of my penny rolls. I haven't done a full stack in a long time because I'm not in the best of health. And it's really tough on me. It takes me a couple days to do one of those videos. And see, here's a splotchy toning that most people would not buy. I like it. And I always have. I have some coins that came out of the bank rolls that look like that. Like the Enders. I love the Enders in the old bank rolls. Okay, I need to do something because it's bothering me that it's not focusing. Okay, give me just a minute, guys. Oh, here we go. Pull one of my old notes. You got one that's worth looking at. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, that's better. What we got here? 34A. $5 silver certificate. In pretty good condition. That odd toning on that coin. So that's the neat thing about some of these Morgans sat in bank bags, the canvas bags, and if they, sit for like 50 years, they end up with the toning from the other coins being on them, so only parts are visible, and so it'll leave little crescents and stuff. And most people don't like the 21s, but there's a couple neat errors with the 21s. It doesn't bother me. I collect it all. This one has an odd die break in it. Oh, you want to see the... Sure. That's a nice one. I have a huge amount of... like I said, I've been doing this since the 60s. Now here's my silver certificates and notes. Give you an idea, this is just one of my bags. There's some pretty neat ones in there, including some large notes. And let me pull it out of this messed up holder. And I need to get a bit, oh, I guess I don't want to pull that out. Let me just put it in. Black Eagle. It's a little over $100 for it, even in that bad a condition. Yeah, you'll see David in just about everybody's stream. He's a lurker. He's got a lot to say sometimes. He's even been on my streams a couple times. But yeah, I got tons of old notes. I have some the 34 dollars. It might be $2 notes. I'd have like 5 sequential in just pristine condition. So, do you guys want me to show some notes? I can show some notes. Because that was a whole bunch of silver dollars. I have like 100 of them in these boxes that I show in my airtights. Part of the 330 plus, including, well, my grandkids have my Carson Cities, but I have like, I think I have 11 or 12 Carson Cities right now. And they were GSA ones for the most part. So they're in those old folders. Okay, let me get this one back in this holder. Okay, if you guys see something that you want me to show a little bit more, oh, and I might have some prices on these, so it might take me a minute to pull out my price. There we go. 1953. Not a silver certificate. Pretty good condition. So I got a bunch of prices. Give me just a minute here. This is red seal. Is it showing up red okay? That one didn't look that red. All right, Brandon, take it easy. Thanks for chatting. Appreciate it. Bunch of these. Does that? Oh, there it goes. I guess it's just the shyness causing it not to look red. I might have my light set on the wrong color. Here's a nice one. So not a star note. Star note. And a couple zeros. This one's really nice. That's actually worth about almost $100. So it's got a little bit of staining on it. Oh, I see a little bit messed up right there too. Sometimes these were folded in old wallets that I had from family. It's a nice crisp one. 53B. $34. Not very good condition, but too bad. Nice serial number. I like the green notes or the green seals. Also a 34. Oops. Oh, it's a rare error. It has a $5 on the back. Oh no. I just did that because they're both 34s. I don't normally do that though, but did with that one. Huh. This is a super crisp. Look how crisp that one is. 1957 silver certificate star note. And this one was actually sold from the mint. I think it was from the mint. So I had some information for it. Kind of interesting. Three. I have a bunch of these. There's a 3 or 4 in each one. Oh. Let me check. This one might be sequential. There you go. Sequential note. I think one of my grandkids has one of these. So I think I'm missing one. Yeah, I'm missing the 98. That's pretty nice. That's 50s. The 34 ones are really cool. Those are super, super crisp. Those were in a big coin collection I got. Let me see if I find some of the older ones. Here you go. See the date? 1928. So a few of these. Some of them in not as good a condition. I like that older seal. Actually, I cut a few of those. Let's see if I can find. Oh, here we go. $5.28. $1934, but that one was taped a long time ago. And here's a 35. 1935 crisp. Let's have a funny back in here somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, I know what I can show you. If they're in here. I have a couple really unique notes. $0.50. Looks foreign. It is actually the United States. I pulled it out, but it's in really bad condition. There you go. $0.25. Weed Commerce and Company. 20 cents on demand. And this one's actually a family note. This one was in some of my family's belongings from Troy, New York. My family was there right at about 1789, I think. 1790 when that area started to develop. And nothing on the back of those. $0.03. Let me put a note with it. There we go. So that one's really cool. I think it's good for everything but tariff and tax. Okay, should have wanted gold for that. Come on. There we go. Cool. Pull this one down. March, I think that's in the paper. Where's my camera not focusing? Oh, too close. Oh, it's a bunch of seals, I think. And another family note. City of Troy. Troy, New York, 1862. It's really cool to have the family notes. I have a bunch of others. I just have them in with some letters that they came in. Postal note. Not sure the year on that. Oh, 45, 1945. Looks like a date there too. Run number. So this one's voided. Pretty cool. Must be cashed within 2 calendar months of the date of issue. What was that date? Can't tell. Oh, February 9th, 1945. Pretty cool notes. Now, believe it or not, this one's actually one of the valuable ones. I think this one's worth a couple $100. Oh no, it's not. Well, 94 it might be. The ones from the 80s, I think, were the more valuable because I think that's when they first started them. Disney dollars. So that was fun. I haven't got to stream in so long. Hey, Mark. I have been watching your videos from time to time. I've been actually watching a lot of videos on my phone, but it sure makes it tough to watch a little tiny screen after I watch I have two 27-inch high definition 4K screens that I'm normally watching my videos on. So huge difference. And for those of you that are interested, there's the computer I built. ProArt, so it's a creator board. This is the motherboard, and it's for AMD. And right now it has the 5800X, I think. It's an 8-core, but I have a 16-core coming. This one just gets too hot. Can't control it. The other one has more cores and is faster, but has a lot less heat for some reason. It's always like buying high end, so I thought, well, I won't buy the top one, but I'll buy the next one down. And then if I'd have got the more expensive one, I wouldn't be replacing it because that one doesn't get hot. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's look at nickels. Okay, get one of my notes so I can stop playing that game. There we go. $18.66. It's got a lot of color. 1883. No scent. Real high grade. There's mint stater. $46. Ooh, no horn. Sorry, guys. Thought I was showing better ones. You might be missing. 38. There's a full horn. 38D. $36. Oh, wow. Almost a full horn. It tips a little light. They like that tip to have a little bit of edge around it. Like, there we go. Number 36. Huh, I wonder where a couple first year ones, 16s. Not sure where they went. There's a nice full horn. Yeah. I love the Indian head nickels, buffalo nickels. I get in so much trouble from my grandkids because they're all taught Native American. They hate it when I say Indian. They don't understand. It was in every movie I watched as a kid. It was in school, all our books. Yeah, that one's a full horn. Just. I don't know where my older ones went. This is going the wrong way. Let me check and see if it's in my other nickel box. I was talking about my little microphone. This is such a neat little microphone. It's made to clip on your laptop. It was for editing, and really like it. I could never use it though because my old computer didn't recognize it, but the new one does, and it works really good. Other than my computer makes an awful lot of noise right now, so soon to have that fixed, I hope. 29. Alrighty. I know I have a bunch of loose coins here somewhere. Huh, I don't see another nickel box. No, that one. I'll show a couple Mercuries and then I'm probably gonna stop and get some work done. Thanks, Roy. Hi, Brian. Hello. What else am I missing here? Is that right? Sorry, guys. It takes me a while. I'm so not used to checking my chat. Now, there's one coin in here that is so close to being a high dollar coin. It's the last year they made the Mercury dimes, and it's a Philadelphia. Now, if you don't know, the last year they made the Philadelphias, if you have a full bander like that one, always the top's a little light, but if you have a full band, the last year in Philadelphia, you have serious money, 5-figure money. I think it's like $20,000 or $30,000 for the lower part of that. Like 65, I think, or 66 gets you that kind of money. It's pretty crazy. And a lot of people don't know to look for it. And I came so close. It's got both upper and lower bands, and then the middle band has just a little missing section. Otherwise, it would have been a full bander too, like that one. So the full bands are worth quite a bit more normally. There's a couple coins that it doesn't make too big a difference. $35. This is real nice toning. Not quite close fit bands. Upper and lower are split, but the center one's missing just a little bit. Tell you guys, it's so nice to be streaming. I missed it so much. Here I didn't stream for like a year just because I had a lot going on with my grandkids here. Because at the beginning of this fiasco that we're going through, the first year, almost like 14 months, I had all my grandkids. And all the ones from here. So I had 5 of them. And it was a lot of work. I loved it though, but and because their parents were working, I actually got them spending the night here as well. The parents were scared to have them around them. which worked out for me. But boy, it was really tough on the kids. They call me Papa. They love Papa, but my boys are all major mama boys. Cracks me up just how bad they are mama boys, but their family's super tight. Here's a full split bands. 43D. So I have quite a few full split bands. And the Roosevelts, I have just like hundreds and hundreds of full bands. Wish I had that many of the nickels with the full steps. That's a nice coin. You see any draws on that one? I see a little mark in the cheek and just below that. But those fields are really clear. Too bad it has that little bit of a smudge on it from toning. It doesn't look like a fingerprint though, because it's too straight. Might just be a rub. Pretty high grade. Not quite the luster though to get that super high grade. They're pretty picky on that. If the color toning was better, you could get away with it. If the toning's just kind of nice, but not fantastic, you don't get the higher grades with them. Unless they have a lot of luster showing through. Some of the tone coins have luster that shows through the luster or the toning. But you don't have enough of those. It's got some issues for that. So that's a planchet error, I think. $18.43 S full split bands. I had a couple marks in the field. Well, thank you. I do. I was saying earlier, I'm known for collecting the ugly ones, especially the proof coins. If they're solid black and you can't make out their features at all, I'm the sucker that buys them. In fact, my one dealer, he had gone to a coin show and picked up, like, I think I paid like $800 or $900 for all the coins that he had gotten. And nothing high grade or anything. Well, they were mostly proof coins. And yeah, guaranteed money. Because I told him to put a couple dollars on each one and I'd happily pay for it if he's grabbing them for me. Then I'll have to show those sometime because there's some pretty neat oddities. I mean, I've got really wild neon colors on some of them. Well, that one's got some damage. Yeah, that's the kind of toning that I collect. And the sad thing is I'll pass up better coins for them just because I just like that toning. And I've got a few really worn coins. I was trying to do a low end collection, which I really like those, but they've gotten really expensive. There's a shiner. Oh, we got 43. Now, some of these came out of bankrolls, because I did have a few 40s bankrolls of Mercury's. If only I'd have known how much some of these rolls would have been worth, I would have grabbed a lot more. My favorite coin book. I actually have a set of magazines from the 20s. I think it started in the teens, but mine starts in 1920. And it's a little monthly magazine for coin collectors. And it was a club magazine, but it was I don't think there was an actual club. I think they just called it that because it was a national magazine. And I really like those. There's some really great information on oddity coins, one of a kind coins. And the neat thing is it tells where the coin, what collections the coins were in. So on some of them, I've actually looked them up and found that the collection still had them in it, which is fun. Because the one of a kind coins, they get pretty valuable. And I do love the old red books. I have red books back to, I think the 30s is my oldest one. I haven't heard of that one. Anna's Mag. I think this one is just called Coin Collectors Club. I have a whole box of them. So I have to pull them. And one of my favorite magazines that I've collected over the years, because I'm a huge book and magazine collector. I have all the life books and all the special years, and I have some really special ones, including men's art magazines, as they call them, with some pretty amazing stars, actually. Um, I have a set of like 6 or 7, and they're super rare. I haven't ever been able to find any more, and they are for locomotive. It's a locomotive magazine for locomotive firemen. Oh, it's really cool, and it's a big, about the size of the is it 13 by 19? I think it's a good sized book, and like I said, I've never found any. It has just wonderful art and stuff in it, and they kind of treated it like a newspaper with some comics and stuff, but all firemen oriented, and or locomotive and firemen, the two of them together. Oh, cast iron stuff. Yeah, I have a little bit. Um, Unfortunately, I went through a flood at one point and lost a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I collect so much stuff. I have 1,700 history books. I have history books about the Revolutionary War that are just years after the Revolutionary War. I have books on the presidents that are a year or two after they died. A lot of them are by their wives or by family members. Um, oh, that kind of stuff. I just love. I used to really study history for my genealogy, and I found out that the rarer, smaller published books had the best information because the government
pretty much got rid of any history that they didn't like. So I've got like some old books on the Indian Wars, and one has true numbers in it of just how many Indians died in those wars. Well, according to U.S. history, we won all those wars and just massacred the Indians. Not according to my books. My books, well, the Indians were in their own areas, had the best camouflage, and they were hunting other Indians. So they were like Marines for Indians. And yeah, cavalry would go in and they'd all be in line and all lined up and stuff. And yeah, the Indians would just completely wipe out full patrols of these guys, and it was nothing for them. And normally, when they were on horseback, they rode their horses in a way that they couldn't be shot. They didn't care if their well, they did care if their horses got shot, but when they were hunting the soldiers, they definitely let the horses take the shots and could ride through a group of soldiers and take every single one of them out with arrows totally silent. A lot of times there was not even a shot. So, yeah, pretty amazing. And I just love it. The only one was when Custer did his thing. And yeah, there was a lot of Indians killed in that one. The biggest amount of Indians killed in our areas, and I'm in California, was from the Germans coming in the late 1700s, early 1800s, and measles and smallpox and a few other things just took out entire groups of Indian tribes, just took out the entire troops. I think they said 200,000 Indians died in California in those years, like in a 10-year period. Pretty sad. Oh, that's cool. I haven't read that. Yeah, that's kind of stuff that I really get a kick out. I've actually got a bunch of original pictures of Indians that my family took back in the 1850s and up. And my family went through the big land grab, and unfortunately, they were giving away Indian land. But I have a diary from one of my grandmothers, and they had purchased some land through that big land grab, and you had to go to Ohio, and they had a jump off line. You couldn't, if you were caught going beyond the boundaries, they would put you in jail until it was over. So they were pretty strong about people not, cutting in and getting land before everybody else. But yeah, it was a big land grab, and I think it was 1850 or 1858, something like that. And yeah, pretty neat. I've got pictures of some of it. My family made it to, oh shoot, I think it was called Rose Hill, Missouri, and she was a school teacher. And I have a document from the town's, um, what the board, the sheriff, the mayor, and one other person making a document contract with her and her husband to teach school. And the museum in that area wants it really bad because I sent them a picture of it, and they've even offered me money for it. But yeah, I can't give that up. It's family stuff. I was going to print them out one on old. I have a whole bunch of antique paper I can print on from that era, and I was going to print them out one, but I never got around to it. Well, to be honest, I didn't want another person having that until I had done more research. Yeah, that kind of stuff is really cool. Now, I've got aerial photos, quite possibly can be the very first, not the first, but the first group of shots done by air. And it was my grandmother taking the photos. And for those that you don't know, my family was related to the Eastman group, a family group that had grouped in with Kodak. and we're partners. And she just took tens of thousands of photos that I still have. But she went up at a state fair with the Wright brothers and took pictures out of the plane. And it was the first couple of years after the first flight. So that's awesome. And I have those pictures. So, and I have so much stuff like that that's major, major history. I have it for both sides of my family. My Mexican families were the first ones in California. Well, not the first, but the first immigrated in. And they came from Mexico and Spain. And they were here in 1775. I had just found the document the other day. And so right before the Revolutionary War, my family was here in California and owned the biggest rancho in the area. It was huge. It was most of Napa Valley, Napa, California. Pretty interesting. And now that property is worth like $1 million an acre because they owned all the hillsides and all the mountain areas. And they owned it for like 10 miles. So just ridiculous amounts of land. But that was stolen, and the grandfather was killed by Kit Carson. And that's actually all documented. I'm not going to remember his name. He was I think, one of our first governors. Anyway, him and Kit Carson shot and killed my great-great-grandfather, and they stole the land. And then they had it surveyed so they could take control of it, and the surveyor ripped them off. So they lost it right away and had actually killed him for it. So pretty sad. There is some pretty tough history. And the frustrating thing is Napa's got all these big names like Yount and there's a bunch of them, but Coombs, Kilburn, founders of Napa. But my family had been here like 60 years prior to them and had already founded the area. But those, they had taken them, a lot of them as slaves. And the Napa Native Indians were actually fed out of cattle troughs. That's how they fed the Indian families. Pretty sad. Right alongside the cows. Tough. And these people are just, I mean, they put them on a pretty big perch and say what wonderful people they were, and they were horrible people, just horrible. Did so much damage to the area for the people that lived here first. And all the old adobe buildings that are around there, all historical, those were my family's homes. They owned most of them in probably about 150-mile radius. So pretty cool. Most of them are still standing. Oh, I'm sorry. I get going on my history stuff. I'm so proud of my family stuff. I get carried away. Alrighty, guys. Well, I really appreciate you guys being here. It was fun. It's been a long time since I've gotten to stream. Nice to have a computer that's working, and actually a brand new computer that's awesome. Needs a couple, a little bit of tuning up, but is a lot faster than my almost about $8,000 computer I had with my dual Xeons. Beats it pretty easily. So we've come a long ways. Pretty awesome. And I did it for just under $2,000. And although the next processor is going to cost me about $750, it's actually, I think it's $750. But that one will make this 16 cores, so almost the 20 core I had before. But this 8 core beats the 20 core, so yeah, we've come a long ways in 6 years. Alrighty, thanks people. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Emperor. And Roy, you guys, I appreciate you. David, Meyer, fun talking to you guys again. Brandon, appreciate you coming in. Even a few of the ones I didn't know, appreciate you guys coming in. So you all have a nice night, and I will be doing some more streams soon. I have some videos I hope I'll be getting done. I just got my Adobe Suite back, so I have all my Adobe products, so I can start editing again. And yeah, gonna be fun. Take care. Oh, I was glad you made it, David. I was hoping to say goodbye to you too. Take care, everyone. Thanks for being here for 2+ hours.